And welcome back, everyone, to What If. I'm behind on my What If videos. I'm going to at least get yesterday's and Monday's out. We'll see about today's. Otherwise, I'll have to push that back to tomorrow. But I will get all the videos out. Just might be a little bit of a flip-flop schedule going on. But from Epic Minecraft Gaming, I have the question. What if Eddy, from Ed, and Eddy, snapped? Now, I have done What If Double D snapped before. I actually had a lot of fun doing that one. The problem here is that the characters of Ed, and Eddy are very different. When you really break it down, yeah, they're all kids, roughly the same age. They're all kind of immature, naive in many ways, and immature. But when you break that, so they all share that trait, but the whole cul-de-sac shares that trait. In the group, Double D is the very intelligent one. So if he snaps, people are going to get hurt because he's smart and knows how to hurt them. I haven't done if Ed snaps yet. So if Eddy snaps, what does Eddy have that makes him dangerous? Well, Eddy, while not being anywhere near as intelligent, like book smart as Double D is very street smart. He's very street savvy. He's quick-witted. He's quick. He's quick to come up with an idea. It's then up to the whole of them to implement the idea. Eddy's also a sports fan, although as far as we know, he doesn't like hockey. So the hockey we can't add in there, but we do know he likes sports to some degree. But if Eddy snapped, and by snapped we mean kind of went all out against the cul-de-sac, would he be anywhere near as big a threat as Double D would be? I personally don't think he would be. Now, that's not to say he wouldn't be a threat. If anything, his ideas, if he's snapped and now just committing to his ideas, you might see an Eddy who goes a little bit more jigsaw-y. What I mean by that is he's just laying traps everywhere. Kind of like how they accidentally laid traps with the whole monkey theme park thing that they were doing. And it was freaking everyone out. But they had unintentionally laid like snares and booby traps. So if you applied that logic to the idea that if Eddy had snapped, it's like, I'm going to get all those jawbreakers. I'm going to get it all. And I'm going to get back at them, all of them. Kevin, Cindy, Jimmy, Rolf, the Cankers. It's like, they're all good. They all left at me. Well, we'll see who's laughing now. and finally, Eddy and Ed just, Eddy, are you okay? Like, come in, my friends. You are my friends, right? Of course we're your friends. You just want to help me. Of course you want to help me. Who wouldn't want to help me? I'm awesome. I'm amazing. You want to help? Here, hold this. And they just strings them. Now that I got you, I'm going to have you all here to myself. My friends, my enemies, all together. And so Eddy would go around trapping everyone and bringing him in for the ultimate scam. Or the ultimate scam, if you will. Now, would he be able to trap everyone in the cul-de-sac? Probably. I think the trickiest ones would be Rolf, because Rolf is actually the most mature of them. He's just different than they are. Like, different lifestyle, all that. But he is arguably the most mature of them. He literally hired Ed and Double D and Eddy. He literally hired them to do work, and he seemed to be a relatively good boss. Like, ultimately, he's the most mature. So, and he seems to be the most capable out in the wild. So we see this when he goes full ape on the Eds after they been playing pranks during, I think it was a Halloween or something else. I can't remember. They were in the woods in that episode. I remember that. So Rolf would probably be the most difficult. Jimmy, because we don't know if Plank really is alive or if Jimmy's just Jimmy, Johnny. Sorry, is it Johnny and Plank? Jimmy is the one with the headgear. Then there's Ed's sister. Naz is the girl that Eddy has a crush on. I want to say it's Johnny. It's been a while since I watched Ed and Eddy. But Johnny. So because it's kind of implied that Plank really is just in his head and he is kind of just psychotic. But there is some mild evidence to suggest that Plank theoretically could be sentient. So Johnny, just because of his psychosis, might be a little difficult to trick as well. But ultimately, Yeah, Rolf I think would be the most difficult one. In fact, Rolf might be the one who breaks Eddy's game. What do I mean by that? Well, he goes through them. Rolf is able to get out of the trap, but he's lost in a river or lost in something and say, "Oh well, unfortunately, that's one." And he captures everyone's like, "What's going on here?" You shut up! And I've taken enough from all of you. And maybe it was his brother in theory that caused him to step out of it. You, my brother, but now we're all here, friends, right? And it's the ultimate scam. And his self-made torture device, he's got bunch of razor blades or something like that, in a big tray thing, and you get to basically pay for your way to lay out to live. And every second that goes by goes up a quarter. If you hurry up soon, you might be able to make it out with one of your limbs. What about but where's Rolf? Rolf unfortunately couldn't make it because he's dead, because he had chose to die. What about you? I say, Ed boy! Rolf? How did you? Your craftsmanship is this. Well, how would Ralph put it? Your craftsmanship, your trap making is as bad as your order, or is as bad as your mother's stew. So no, and you won't stop me, Ralph. One more step and they all go. And then Ralph's Ralph, please help us. So Ralph just and he looks at W, Ralph, and and Ralph sees it, and he sees it. Like I said, Ed boy, and just your trap making, and he throws something at the trap, and just poof, he's as bad as your mother's stew, and just beats the hell out of Eddy. And Eddy just, and they take him off in the paddy wagon to the nice white place with a nice padded room, because there's no way Eddy's just walking away from this. No, Eddy, between the three of them, by the way, Eddy, I think, would be the most likely to actually be sent away somewhere if he had snapped. Double D, I think, is just, by the way, watch one of my Double D video, what I described him kind of doing. But Double D, him snapping is just him going nuts on the cul-de-sac, but not in a theoretical lethal way, just in the cartoon way. Eddy actually strikes me as someone who might try to hurt people, but would probably fail. And to be honest, it's Eddy would be like, wait, are those, when his man-made torture device is more like blades instead of blades, wait, are those wooden spoons? Yes, I couldn't find a lot of, mostly butter knives and wooden spoons. I couldn't find a lot of steak knives, okay? What? So it's more ow, 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 they get dipped in there. But then Rolf beats the hell out of him, and they all beat the hell out of him. And so, yeah, if Eddy snapped, I think he's more kind of I'm going to catch them all and make them pay kind of guy. But that's my thoughts on what if Eddy snapped. What about you? What do you think would happen if Eddy snapped? Let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.